All right, good morning. It is Wednesday, July 6th. Today is day 2 of the 60 days of carnivore diet. I successfully made it through day 1 yesterday without any glitches, without any cheating. And as everybody knows, usually day 1 is the hardest one of all to get through if you're used to eating a whole bunch of crap and eating a whole bunch of sugar and eating a whole bunch of this and that and not trying to stick to any particular way of eating. So I made it through yesterday. Everything was great. I stopped by Publix yesterday morning on the way. It was actually very fortuitous because I normally stop at Kroger. And I did stop at Kroger yesterday, and what they had out as far as stuff that I could make it work was not a lot at all. You know, I could have paid like $16 for a strip steak, and I don't like strip steaks all that much. So instead I said, well, I'm just going to stop at Publix, which is just right down the street. I stopped at Publix and I got a huge T-bone, like a 1 pound and 1 ounce T-bone for $9. It was insane. So I put that in the air fryer at work, and it was fantastic. And then, you know, we had a couple of ribeyes last night for dinner as well, and that's all I ate yesterday, other than a couple of pork rinds. While I was waiting on the steaks to warm up a little bit to room temp, I ate like 3 pork rinds. So that was great. No beer yesterday, no alcohol. So yeah, all I had yesterday. And I didn't eat from about 7:15, 7:30 on Monday night up until close to 1 o'clock yesterday. So it was around a 17, 18 hour fast that I did until I ate lunch yesterday. So that was great. I've got another steak that I'm taking to work with me today that I'm going to have for lunch. I forgot my water mug at work yesterday, so I'm going to have to fill that up when I get there. I'm going to talk with my doctor today about getting off of the statin that he's got prescribed for me, and I haven't taken this in a couple of weeks. I just keep seeing really bad stuff about statins, and I'm no doctor. I don't know if statins are bad for me. I've seen a lot of research that says that they could be. I've seen research that says that they might not be. That's why I'm going to ask my doctor. I've got a sneaking suspicion of what he's going to tell me because he's the one who prescribed it for me in the first place. But I am also going to do a little bit of research today. Keep doing a little bit of research and see what's going on with, because there's been a lot of stuff coming out very recently about statins. You know, a lot of people and a lot of organizations are saying that it can cause dementia, it can cause heart problems, which is what it's designed theoretically to avoid with the high cholesterol. And that's another thing. There's a bunch of stuff out about cholesterol now that is way different from what everybody's been told. So for years. So I'm going to get down to the bottom of that. I am still taking my blood pressure medicine. And I don't really want to jump off of that until that's one that I'd rather learn the hard way. I would rather, you know, have it bottom out on me feel kind of weird and feel, you know, bad for a little bit and find out that that's what's wrong, and then discover that I don't need it anymore than to just not take it anymore and it continue to, you know, go crazy on me. But I am going to talk to my doctor today about the statin. The more I read about them, the more I don't want to be on them, and you know, like I said, I've got a sneaking suspicion. I know what he's going to say to me about it, but I may just go ahead and tell him that I don't want to be on it anyway. So that's that. That's today. Did really well yesterday, and once I get today out of the way, because I even now it's 6:45 in the morning on Wednesday, June 6th, and you know, I can feel from where I haven't stuck to this way of eating over the last, you know, week and a half or so, I can feel my body craving other things. Like, I want a cup of coffee right now. I had a couple of cups of coffee when I was, you know, on vacation. You know, I would like a cup of coffee right now, and I'm not going to get one, but I can feel that craving. So once I get out of, past today, maybe tomorrow, I'll be fine. I'm not too worried about that. And being at work and not being at home really, really helps with, not deterring from this way of eating. So I'm on my way to work now. I wish I had some water with me. I didn't bring another receptacle that I could put it in. A real weird, not weird, but we were in Florida, right? And we were all over the place. We were all over Fort Myers, all over Cape Coral. We went to Boca Grande, which is a little island in a beautiful beach, gorgeous beach. If any of you guys ever get out to Florida, go to the beach at Boca Grande. It's in southeast Florida. Gorgeous beach. But while we were all over the place, and I never really noticed it up here either until I got back from being on vacation. And so while we were down in Florida, gosh, so many overweight and obese people. And look, I'm overweight. I'm not knocking anybody who has weight issues. I'm really not. But so many people are overweight and unhealthy. And I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be unhealthy. I don't want to be 55 years old and facing a stroke or, heart attack. And look, if it happens, it happens. My family is not genetically friendly. People die young in my family from various forms of heart disease, cancer. Cancer is huge in my family. I've also read that cancer loves sugar. So that's another reason for me to stay off of it. High blood pressure, cholesterol issues, all sorts of issues that my family has. We don't always live very long. My mother died at 51. She had cancer. And she wasn't entirely unhealthy. She smoked, but, whatever. That's not what caused it. But she wasn't entirely unhealthy. My father died at 67. He had cancer as well, and he wasn't the healthiest of people. So, but then when I was in Florida, I saw just so many people just walking around way overweight, way unhealthy. And then we went to the grocery store a couple of times, and I noticed people, and they're just buying the most fattening crap that you could put in your body. And it really clicked for me when we were down there. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to eat a bunch of crap that's going to keep me dependent on medicine, and that's going to, ultimately handicap my quality of life. I don't want that at all. I'm 50 years old, and I'm not facing mortality issues like a lot of people do when they hit 50 or, whatever age. I don't feel like I'm getting ready to die. I feel like if I take care of my body, I can extend my life and have a better quality of life, be around to take care of the people that I love. And then so many people just buying so much crap when we were down in Florida. And then so we were, my wife and I went to the store. I think it was either this last Friday or last Sunday. Same thing up here. Everybody's just buying just all kinds of crap. And that was me. That was me up until like 2 months ago. That was me doing that. But I see when I look at everybody else, and obviously I'm not happy with my own body, but when I look at everybody else, that's what makes it click for me. I don't get it. It's weird, but just seeing everybody else buying all this crap in the store, and sodas and jelly. Oh my God, it's so awful for you. It's just straight sugar. And and chips, and trust me, this is all stuff that I was buying up until very recently. It's literally why it's called the standard American diet. People who eat the standard American diet, which is what I would say 90% of Americans eat, so it's just a whole bunch of junk, and they're living shorter lives, and they're living with less quality of life, and I don't want to be like that. I don't want to do that at all. So that really hit me when we were in Florida, and then came back, and I just never really noticed it before. It doesn't, being in Florida isn't what triggered that, but that's just where I noticed it first. And so I just don't want to be like that. I want to live as long as I can. I want to enjoy my life as much as I can. There's a lot of stuff that my wife and I would like to do, and we're not going to be able to do it if we can't walk from the kids into the living room without getting short of breath. So anyway, that's my little diatribe there for the day. I did great yesterday. Like I said, I only had 2 ribeyes and a handful of pork rinds. Nothing to drink but water, and that was it. And so today's day 2 of the carnivore diet. 60 days of carnivore diet started yesterday. Today's day 2. So yeah, I'm out of here.